Jiang Lin and Aymeric Belloir of Min River, it's very good to see you here. Jiang, tell us a little bit about your background in sailing, because some Australian people will know you, but some won't. Tell us a bit about when you started sailing and then what you've been doing in Australia for sailing.
In Australia, mainly just those regattas, club, twilights, and some offshore race through CYCA. I started sailing about over 10 years ago, or 11-ish. And yeah, that's my landing in Australia about 11 years ago. The first thing I wanted to do was learn sailing.
That's great, and you've done a bit of offshore work, and now you've got a JPK 1030. What was the choice behind this boat?
I heard quite a lot about this boat because what I heard is that they design especially for shorthanded. As you know, Australian shorthanded long way behind French. So when I thought I had an airshot before previously, which is performance cruiser. It's just quite awkward on a shorthanded race because I keen to learn shorthanded race, and I realized that boat wasn't suitable, so I sold that one, buy this one.
Very good. And Aymeric, how did you get to meet Jiang Lin?
We met through the yard in France, like in Brittany. I mean, when she was decided to buy this boat, and like the boss of the yard knew me, and that maybe I was interested to sail this incredible race with the Sydney Hobart. That was a unique opportunity for us. Like we have here the Fastnet in Europe, but from Europe, having the opportunity to sail the Sydney Hobart, it's really rare. So we were introduced by the yard like that, and that's a good challenge.
And these boats, as you said, Jiang, are sort of made for two-handing. Has it taken quite a bit of time to get used to this?
Yes, they are learning, and it's very, it's good boat. It's very sensitive and very different from my previous boat. But Aymeric is very experienced. That's why I'm really happy to have him on board, because he done a lot of short-handed race, in his past until now. So good to have him guide me through, actually.
And Aymeric, tell us a little bit about what short-handing you've been doing.
Long time ago, like 15 years ago, I sailed several times La Solitaire du Figaro. But in 2007, 8 and 9, and then after that I went to the Mini 650 circuit. So that's this small boat for sail the Atlantic, for the Mini Transat. That I sailed the Mini Transat and won the Mini Transat in 2013. And most of my experience in shorthanded come from these two circuits. And then after some time I did some other race with Class 40 or IRC also, but most of the experience is I think like La Solitaire du Figaro was extremely high level, so it was a really good school for that.
So for anybody in the Australian audience not familiar with it, that is seriously high-end racing. So you've done well, Jiang.
I am very lucky.
So tell us a little bit about how you share the duties. I mean, is there a particular strength that you have, Jiang, or how do you play, how you sail together?
Well, technically, definitely Aymeric is one on the lead, but because you're only two-handed people on the boat, you had to take rest. So in a way, you had to learn everything really. When Aymeric got to sleep, I had to keep my eyes over, just sit on the rail.
And presumably, Aymeric, I mean, having done the Figaro and so on, you really learn about how to pace yourself, when to push, when to hold back, yeah?
Yeah, of course, it's one of the important things when you sail is to try to find where are the limits of the boat, where are your own limits. So most of the time it's what is difficult to manage. So after many miles you know you a bit better, but it's never perfect, because you normally, to get a good performance, you should sail on the edge. So sometimes you're not on the good side of the edge, and sometimes it's good.
That's a very difficult calculus indeed. So Jiang, we've got a fairly heavy-duty start. I guess for you, it's just getting the boat out of the Solent, yeah?
That's right. Yeah, safety. I even now think about it, I feel my blood pressure is coming up, and yeah, just want to get out of Solent safely. I think that's goal number one.
And it must be pretty exciting to take part in a race with this many two-handers.
Of course, that's why I came, decided to take the boat to stay here for a few months, because also Oceania is winter at the moment.
Yeah.
So also, although I've been sailing for 10 years, usually our full crew and short-handed don't have much experience in Australia, as you know.
Jiang, you've still got to get through this race first, but what's the plan after that?
After that, the boat's back to the yard straight away and wrap it up, ship it to Australia, and try to hopefully to be there in time for the Sydney to Hobart.
And I think the boat gets wrapped up in France, gets shipped over to Australia, and then I believe you're going to join it for the Sydney Hobart. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's going to be the next challenge, like to fly there and discover how will be the sailing in the Pacific Ocean.
Have you sailed in the Hobart before or not?
To Hobart, no. I sailed in Australia, but not on the east part, on the north part, between Australia and Indonesia, but it was in cruising a very long time ago. But I never sailed to Tasmania. It's going to be the first time for me. Very exciting.
Well, thank you both very much indeed, and we greatly look forward to seeing how you fare, and we definitely look forward to seeing you in Hobart. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.